Hello, everybody. Um, I just wanted to talk a little bit about God and this whole Trinity thing and the mysteriousness behind it. The more I talk to people about the truth about who God is, what God is exactly, it's like I get the impression that if God is not some mysterious something that cannot be understood being, then it's like people can't accept him as being God. It's like the whole God made man in his own image thing. What exactly does that mean to them? And, I just wonder, why is it that God or Jesus has to be so mysterious? Why can't he, instead of being this complex God that can't be understood, that can't be fully explained, even the Trinity itself admits that, in the end, you can't understand exactly what God is. But if that's the case, why did God so emphatically say you must understand who he is? Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. That's a very simple statement. And to me, it's so simple. And I can remember a time when I thought the Trinity was true. And to me, as soon as I would hear that, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, just these lights start going off in my head, and I just start thinking, yeah, he's one in unity, and it's three in one, and he's so complex. And that's not at all what the text is saying. It's saying literally what it says. One. A simple one, not a complex one. A simple one. And it's like with people, they can't fathom serving a God that's simple. A God that just is very simple about what he desires, very simple about who he is, very simple about what he is. No, that's not good enough. It's like that's not a worthy God. That's not a God that's worth worshiping, that's worth serving. He has to be complex. And I just, it could be so better understood. It could be so easily understood. And more importantly, God, he completely desires and demands that you understand who he is. And so how can God be demanding about, the Lord our God, the Lord is one? How can Jesus be so demanding? Or I guess you would say, when the scribe asked him, what's the greatest commandment of all? And he said, the greatest commandment is this. The Messiah says, Hear, O Israel, Yahovah, our God, Yahovah is one. If that's the greatest commandment, if that is like the most important commandment, then how can you get by with this idea that it has to be so complex that it can't be understood? You mean to tell me the greatest commandment is one that you cannot understand? He fully intends for you to understand because it's that simple. And that's why it's the greatest commandment, because it's so simple and so easy to understand. And from it, all other truth comes. I can't understand why this is so hard. I mean, it's one thing if you grow up being told that the Trinity is true, but like once you see the light, or once somebody's shown you, or once you see that that's not true, or somebody's trying to explain to you why that's true, why not grab hold of the simplicity of who God is, rather than this idea of humans, like, if it's like I said, if God isn't some mystery, some mystical being that's beyond our comprehension of exactly on who and what he is, it's like he's not good enough. It's like it's been that way with people throughout history. And so, again, when you get back to the greatest commandment, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Look at the simplicity of what Jesus said was the greatest commandment. Look at the simplicity of what was the creed of Israel. They lived by it. You can't hang your whole hope on something that you can't even comprehend. You can comprehend it because it's actually that simple. And I don't have any material here. I'm just doing this video speaking freehand. So if I'm kind of rambling, please excuse me. But I just want to take a moment to just say God is simple. And to me, that's probably what in my opinion, that might be what will make him so angry, that you can't just take the simplicity of who he is and be okay with that. My son's running around the background, so please excuse him. He's 2 years old, so he's doing what a 2-year-old does. But I don't understand that. As a matter of fact, hang on a second. Daniel, come here, buddy. How are we doing? Look this back up. Come here, buddy. This is my son, Daniel. And when you think about God, not that I'm trying to make myself a God here, okay? But you think about God and you think about his son. Look at God and look at his son. You have God and he sent his son to do something for us. This is how simple it is. He's not me. I'm not him. He is my son. I am his father. It's exactly the way the Bible speaks. So why can't it be as simple as that? Why does it have to be so complex? Why can't we be proud? Why can't we be happy? Why can't we be so grateful for a God that can easily explain himself and easily explain who and what he is, and let his son tell you who he is as well? It's not that mysterious. It's very simple. God is one. There's one God. One God overall and one Lord. It's easy. We are not the same person. And in the same way, God and Jesus is not the same person. Not even close. Not even in any kind of way. No way you can make that a complex unity or anything like that. God is one. And it's simple to understand. And trying to make God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit one God in three persons and trying to wrap your head around that can't be the case. That's right. That's right. So anyway, I just want to say that I hope I didn't ramble too much, but for those out there that are Trinitarians, just think about what I'm saying. Is God really that complex? Does he really intend for you to worship a God that you can't understand? Or is it that he knows exactly who and what he is and he fully expects you to, because he's actually that simple? And to those that know that Jesus is not God, then just continue in that fellowship. Like myself, you probably most likely know how beautiful it is. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I wish everybody the best out there. I wish everybody peace. I wish everybody love. That's all I want for the world. I really do. All right. Shalom. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.